And another thing I remember, all this is true, honest to God, so help me, I swear all this is true, my mother will back it up. There was a giant spider, and I had to walk up, our driveway was at least a half a mile long to get to the Hard Service Road. And so we had a little section of woods that was probably a couple hundred feet, a little section of woods before we got to the Hard Service. And up in the trees, where the road went, just probably 15-foot wide road or whatever, it went through the gravel road, rock road. I mean, there was a web, a spider web that went from one set of trees to the other side of the trees across the whole road, and there was a spider that was this big around, and it stayed up in that tree. And when Mom used to walk me to catch the school, the bus in the morning, she would stop me, with my hand, and she would look up and would wait. And it would move, but she wouldn't go go underneath it until it moved, and then it would wobble off and go off to the side, and then she would walk me on up to the Hard Service Road to catch the bus. But that spider, it was this big around. Honest to God, so help me, my mom will tell you the same truth. It was that big around. It was a huge spider, and it had a web that went all the way across, the road, a big giant web. And I remember when I was a kid, I actually could see the web coming down from those trees to the ground. It would come down from the trees and it would come down on the slant toward the ground.
She put a hex on the neighbors. She killed my dog. The walls were painted with the blood of a hog.
The place was eat up with copperheads and snakes. I mean, copperheads was all over the place. I'm still terrified of them. Our mom was always having a pump shotgun. I still have the same gun, and I've seen her blast it and it would knock her clean on the ground. But we were constantly killing snakes. And I would play around and go through the woods when I was little, and go to junk piles, find some cool toys and stuff, old-timey metal trucks. I still have them. And you'd always hear bobcats crying, and you'd always hear it was a pretty weird and strange place.
So growing up basically with snakes, UFOs, moonshine, raining frogs, giant spiders,
and weird lizards. We had some kind of weird lizards.
Weird lizards.
Yeah, they were probably this big along, and they would be by the door. And I remember we would look at them, and we didn't have nothing to do because we was there all the time by ourselves. And Dad, he was working in Roanoke, and he was always partying. He never was home much. But we'd do weird stuff. Mom said, "I wonder what happened if we poured Coke on this lizard." So she poured Coke on it, and it freaked out, and it went nuts, and it just ate it up and dissolved it and ate it all up.
They ate the lizard up.
Yeah.
She was full of sin. She was a bitch, but I fell in love.
And one time we had a spider. It was this big. It was on the screen door, and this is true. And it was a spider that big, and Mom took a shotgun and blew the big hole in
and,
it.
and I see you're a fan of David Allen Coe.
Yes, sir.
And you've seen him in concert.
Yeah, I finally got to see him after all these years. I've never had them to catch him.
She put a hex on the neighbors. She killed my dog. The walls were painted with the blood of...
Yeah, do you actually want the real explanation real quick?
Frogs? Raining frogs?
Yeah.
Yeah, may as well get the real explanation of it, raining
Yeah, we're going to
frogs.
end up not telling you the truth. Yeah, did a little research. You can look this up on Google. Just look up animals that migrate. And I find that during rainy seasons, frogs like to migrate in with other frogs in groups. That's the word I'm looking for, in groups. From breeding ponds to deeper lakes. And they like to do it when it rains. They like to do it when it rains because they have to keep their skin moist. So that's probably kind of like what we discussed recently, is that you saw during a rainstorm frogs hop in the air. Now you're probably asking yourself, but what about fish? Did a little research and found out the catfish that were going around South Carolina during the rain. I found out that there's a type of catfish called a walking catfish that will migrate in heavy rain onto streets to get into deeper, cleaner waters.
So the frogs like to move from one place onto
to
somewhere
another.
else. So they're all on the roads, all over the
Right.
yard, and the rain's
the
coming.
illusion that the frogs were coming from the sky.
I gotcha. Well, that sounds pretty good. I'm thinking a nice wrap-up shot, Brett, might be just barely move the camera up and zoom into the downspout real nice and slowly with the water coming down. What a wonderful show, Raining Frogs. Excellent.
What's your favorite David Allan Coe song?
The ride.
The Ride.
Yeah.
Good song. And what type of work do you do now?
Working auto parts.
Auto parts.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, it's been good talking to you,
Yes, sir.
Dave.
It's been good
And
to talk with you.
glad you've kept your sanity through all that.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, man.
Monday, 9:57 a.m. I thought I would be the first one to tell you this. I just found out that Alice Cooper is coming to Roanoke October 19th with Rob Zombie. Just to let you. Monday, 10:12 a.m. I forgot the country clubs don't open until after 10 a.m. in the morning. Tuesday, 6:27 p.m. So yeah, I got a surprise for you. So shower before I come. Wednesday, 10:54 a.m. Hey Charles, it's Lisa. How you doing? I am certain that someone else has already probably called you at this point, but I just wanted to make sure that you had heard that Alice Cooper is coming to Roanoke in October, and that they are having a costume contest, I think Friday night, and dude, you so need to go do that. You would totally win it, and if you do, you're going to have a gaggle of people going, "I'm going to Charles, I'm going to go, and it won't be me. Anyway, hope you're well. Love you. I'll talk to you soon. Give me a call whenever you got some free time. We'll catch up. Bye. Wednesday, 1:25 p.m. Hey, Charles, Jesse. Giving you a call because I heard on the radio today that it sounds like Alice Cooper is coming to town. Sounds like he's doing some Halloween show October the 19th. Don't know anything about tickets or anything like that, but if you didn't know, thought you might want to. Hope you're doing good. Hope everything's alright at the ranch.
I never thought I would consume human flesh, but after tasting yours, I changed my mind.